Hello, disappointments.
Where are you at?
Oh, there's works happening in the building, so the Wi-Fi is not working.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So we're gonna wait a few minutes for people to join. I don't have my wonderful special pen and drawing kit because I'm not in my place. So, does anyone have any dying questions before we kick off today when it comes to presentations? No? Wonderful. We'll wait 1 or 2 minutes as I get the stuff ready. Wait for a few people to join and yeah, then we wonderful. Just quickly, who here hasn't finished their presentation? Okay. Can everybody put their presentation link to view in the chat? Wonderful. By the way, can you guys hear the background noise?
No.
Wonderful.
I edited some slides that Ernest told me to edit. There's one where I'm not sure what he wants me to change, so I'll just also type the.
We'll go
I'll
through
type
that towards the
that.
end.
Hmm?
So we'll go through it in the end. Now, gentlemen, the art of sales is to have any presentation put in front of you, and you can quickly look at the presentation and sell it. Anyone here disagree? Right? So I'm going to need 2 volunteers that are going to work together and fuck up the first time. I don't know if you guys just on ego or if multitasking isn't an option for you. JB is one. I need one more. Okay, JB, pick a partner.
Alex.
Wonderful. JB and Alex, you guys will be the first people to run through the exercise. Now, when doing a presentation, our main focus point, I was going to ask you guys questions, but fuck it. Our main focus point is solution. Right? At the end of the day, you guys have heard this. Nobody cares about what you actually do. They care about the solution that you provide. So every aspect of the sales call needs to be on the solution. This one feature helps us with that solution. This other feature doubles down to help us with the solution. This other feature means that we're not going to have any problems with A, B, C, D, that other space, getting us closer to our solution. Does it make sense? Wonderful. Now, just so we understand what the fucking solution is, Alex, what is it that you provide your clients?
In one word, money. Clients.
Okay.
More money and save them time. That's roughly the 2 main reasons why somebody would pay somebody else.
Okay. I would like it in a sentence structure. A random person is asking, what do you do?
I help financial planners save time and make money.
Like how? Like, do you go into their books? Are you an accountant? Do you sue people? So we need more specific with that. That's fine. Marcus, what do you do?
I help real estate agents
Um,
get more clients through branded ROI, which is branding, digital presence, and qualification of leads.
if you were writing that down, it could look quite nice. We space, points, but we're trying to keep it in sentence. JB, what do you do?
I work with businesses to help them bring in more clients to their doors.
Can't really fault you on that one. Could have added a few more details, but not really necessary. Francesco.
I help real estate agents to do what they do best, so selling real estate, where I can focus more on the marketing side.
No, it's okay, nothing impressive. So the way that we're gonna do this is the two partners, we're gonna put Alex and JB together and Marcus and Francesco. You guys are gonna go one page, one page, one page, one page. Let's see you guys fuck up. This should be fun. So one thing that you guys do not know is you have no idea what service this is. Right? So as you're going through, make sure you don't fuck it up. So, JB, if you want to kick us off with the intro, and then we'll go into the first page.
Sorry, just to clarify, you are changing the pages, yeah?
Yeah, I'll change the pages. It's a big responsibility. I'll take it on.
Proud of you.
Thank you. My mother's not, but anyways, carry on with it.
And one more thing to clarify, this is directly after we've done the negative report and now.
Yes, yes, yes.
So as I mentioned before, we help businesses like yourself to get more clients through the door. We are Lumaleads, and let me just take you quickly through what we do and how we do it.
What we'll basically go through is what is usually expected in your industry, what we do, exactly how we get you to your results, and some more details that might interest you along the way.
That was dog shit. JB, please.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Your partner in crime, Mr. White, is doing a terrible job at this page. Can you please blacken it up?
So a quick overview of what we'll be going through in this short presentation, the industry standards, so you can understand what's happening within your industry, how we do our work within the business, the bidding war between our customers and within your industry, the process we take on from onboarding through all the way to client and service delivery, and then the final walkthrough of how our business helps you get more clients.
Believe it or not, JB, your prospects are able to read. So if this was a child's, reading session, that would be very useful, but it's not. So back to Mr. White.
So there's a few main points that we're going to have to discuss, such as the industry standard, which is what is expected in your industry, and some insights that we've gathered from working with people like yourself. Then we'll explain exactly what we do and how we get you to the results that we told you about. We'll walk you through the process step by step, and then we'll generalize everything and see if you maybe have any questions about it.
Okay, possible.
So what we have here is a comparison of two different properties to encapsulate the different industry standards based on where you are situated. On the, yeah.
If only you understood how wrong you are, but cool, we're comparing two properties. Now, over here, I'm just going to play this for a short minute. Okay. So now, Do you have a better understanding of what this is versus what this is?
I would be lying if I said I do.
Alex?
So that video was supposed to help me understand better what this slide represents.
Yes.
Luxury real estate,
Okay.
something along those lines.
The industry standard, it is what it's done actually in the industry. And then when it goes to the next slide is how we work, what we do, more catchy images to sell.
It's the first time this year I felt proud of you guys. Well done. Oh, well done. So good. So let's kick that off again. JB, Alex, what is this page from here?
This page is basically a bad example in that case.
Okay,
Here's
so
how people usually do
bring a
it.
fucking break.
Ah,
Go back in
okay.
presentation.
So look, on this slide, you can see some examples of luxury properties, such as the ones that you're trying to sell and how it's usually sold in the space. And then, here is how we do it. Here's what we do for our clients.
There's one problem. There's a few problems with that, but you made one big mistake. You used one word that you should not have used in the context of this page. What word did he use?
Luxury?
Yep. Right? You put a standard saying that this is luxury. It does not help you in the slightest. But we carry on. So then on to the next page. So we've played them on a nice little video. So, JB?
So now we'll quickly play your short video of how we do our work and how we help you go above the industry standards.
Video's been played now.
Would I not go to the next slide? Would I need to add more?
So you don't want to add the fact and how comparing what the industry standard is versus what this is, and talking about how you're more likely to get results, higher quality clients, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. This is the service. What is the solution behind it? Would you not do that?
I would have just what it would have perhaps been in the next slide with kind of a summary, not a summary of the video points. But
That's simple. Guys, feel free to take your time.
so when you
Okay,
start
you got. Go ahead.
So when you start working with us, here are some of the things that you will immediately notice upon the first 3 months. Your rate of inquiries, as we've noticed with all our past and present clients, will increase by 400%. You'll have to spend fewer days on the market actually looking for customers, will increase the value of your properties and your business, and we will 2 times your email. Don't know what CTR stands for, unfortunately.
Click-through rate.
Smart boy.
Thank you, 15-year-old, for telling the Grand Buffet what the fuck CTR is. Please carry on.
We've also found that with our clients through research that 85% of buyers and sellers prefer to work with agents who do use videos, and we look to implement that with all of our clients. We look to sell your homes quicker and attract more sellers rather than buyers.
Okay. And you want to ask the 15-year-old what GCI is?
Gross commission income.
Oh, the Grand Buffet, this is painful. This is fucking painful.
I
Yeah,
live a
fucking
couple of
painful.
years.
Yeah, they're fucking still in school. Yeah, cool. Take your time, guys.
Okay. So how exactly do we achieve those results that we just mentioned? First of all, like in anything, we gotta lay the foundations. We'll talk through with you. We'll create a timeline for the whole project. We will create a concept for the video for your approval. So we make sure that you're in the loop at all times and you like whatever we're about to do. Then we will do the video shoot. After good quality editing, color correction, color grading, we will start uploading the video to all the platforms that we need. And then when we approach the sellers, let me go back to that. Once the video is out, we will create what we call the bidding war in between when approaching other sellers. What the fuck is that? Let me give me a second. Is bidding war the does it refer to between him and competitors, or does it refer to him and his customers? Like, does he create the bidding
getting
war?
more sellers, more sellers.
Right.
The more sellers will want to work with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this is really, really fucking good. This is the next page.
So for you to get involved with us, the investments, we have two different investment options for you. Option A is 3,000 upfront, and option B is 1,500 upfront plus a 15% close. So it's very simple. We only get paid when you get paid. Is there any particular question, something that you do not understand that you would like to go through that I need to re-explain for you?
Yeah. Now, on this call, I rank this maybe a C minus, probably a D plus. Right? What are you selling right now with this? What are you selling? Deal.
The service and not the outcome, in my opinion.
Okay, but specifically, what are they literally selling?
Video production.
Go further. What are they? Psychology.
Cinematic.
What are they? No, look at psychology. What are they selling?
A dream. A concept of high standard living.
Go further.
The perfect house,
Francesco.
the perfect home.
No, Francesco, what are they selling?
A way to develop the market now.
Their desired position, or
They are selling. I will make you look better than everyone else on the market.
yeah.
Right? And that's highlighted between the industry standards and who we are. The only reason that there would be adjustments on click-through rate, the amount of people that want to work with them, is because they look better. Yes, this is who you are versus who you were versus who your competitors are. That is what you. Does that make sense? Right? So that was Elizabeth. But now we have context and we've gone through it once. Who wants to try next? If you guys want to try again, you can.
I will try.
Oh my goodness, Francesco. Look at you. Big guy, you know? Wonderful. Give me 1 sec. You're gonna get the new asshole, but I applaud the behavior. Wonderful. Go for it.
This is after the next.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And how should I start? Like, Okay. So, we are Lumilits. We are a company that help you. We provide you better marketing. No,
Okay, do you guys want to see me have a go? No,
Go for it.
you don't, JB? Cool. I would like to go up against two people who make my job very difficult. Who wants to do it? Two people that's gonna like that are my prospects that will make my job difficult.
Fuck it, I'll go.
Okay, that's one person. Alex, are you happy to be alone or would you like a partner?
I don't care. Either's fine. I think partner would
Okay.
make your job more difficult, easier, but alone's fine as
More,
well.
more difficult, easy.
Would make making your job difficult easier.
You use the double negative, you confused everybody here. All right, but I kind of get what you're saying. All right. Okay, pick a partner.
Mm. Go.
Who did you pick?
Deal.
Honestly, why is this choice? Other than that, I would have picked actually. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, you
I
understand the
think
task
it's
at
I
hand?
think it's his niche as well, so he's gonna be cool.
Well,
What
the
I
fact
have
is,
to do?
it's not his fucking nation. He wasn't even fucking listening. What do I have to do? Yes. Dio, you and Alex are the prospect. I am selling this. Please try to make my life difficult.
Sure,
Yes, but keep it specific to the presentation.
of course.
Wonderful. Now I may fuck it up. I haven't really sold much video shit in terms of my editing because I'm not very good at video editing. So 3, 2, 1. Now, guys, I really appreciate all the questions that you've answered. Now, onto my side. My turn to be judged by you. If at any point you have any questions, let me know. Now, I'm going to kick it off going A to Z. The first thing I want to do is I want to tell you and show you, and maybe you disagree, the industry standards. Then I'm going to show you our work, use it as a comparative, show you exactly what we do, hiding behind nothing, right? Once that's done, I'm going to show you the bidding rule that we've got on how, when you guys are positioned correctly with partners like us, people will be bidding for you. You will have a lack of time with all the work that you'll receive. And with that, A to Z on our process. So at any points, any questions, we can figure everything out. And then a final walkthrough, you guys will then tell me if we're a good fit or not a good fit. Does that work? Any
Works
questions so
great.
far? No. Wonderful. Now, over here, you guys are familiar with this. This is how 95%, maybe a little bit more of agents represent themselves. Have you guys ever put a listing out here like this?
Yeah, 100%. But ours was better.
How is it better if I can ask?
More details, and we also included some videos of our properties.
Okay, very nice. And did you do that all the time?
Not all the time.
Okay, cool. Did you see any difference in the conversion on videos versus photos?
Yeah, we do. A little bit.
I assume okay, I assume it's positive. And Dio, do you have any questions thus far?
No, not really.
One thing I'll add is while you guys are seeing Zillow right here, there's obviously other markets where properties are placed in order to sell. But the fact is, this is what you're competing against. Obviously, you can look at branding, you can look at advertising, but when it comes to organic, when people click your name, this is what they see. And would you guys also agree that as an agent, the properties you hold represent who you are to an extent? Would you agree?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, this is what we do. Our goal here is to separate you. Just as I previously asked, do your properties represent who you are 100%. And our clients represent who we are. So we hold our clients to the highest standard. Every property that you have will be listed to this standard. We will do takes, team on site to make sure that you guys get the content that your seller needs. But now this isn't only to look better than your competition, to sell houses at a better price. It is also to get more sellers. Quick question. Do you guys believe that if people see you represent your clients like this, more people will want to be your clients versus photos?
Of course, but for example, is this video filmed of an actual property? Because a lot of it seems like stock footage.
I'm glad that you like our work that much, that you're saying it's cinematic and stock. This is all work that we have produced.
Very nice.
Yes. So this is the standard. People will look at your properties and say, wow, that must be stock, right? The fact is, with you guys representing your clients like this, you are beating 95% of the market. Obviously, you've got another 5%, but I can't do everything. I'll be very honest. I can't sell or get the clients. All I can do is make you look and make your clients look very, very pretty. Do you have any questions thus far?
No.
And one question for you guys. Would you say that this would be enough to, let me rephrase that. If you guys had treated all of your listings thus far to date this way, what percentage increase do you believe it would have to how much business you guys have had thus far? And why would that be the case? In your opinion?
Well, I think we would definitely see an increase, but I don't think it would be a crazy big increase since there's a lot of different factors at play as well. So just the listing
Fair
itself
enough.
doesn't necessarily mean that we'll double our client base.
Of course, not double the client base. Well, it depends how you do it, whether it's advertised or not. My question, do you believe it can bring you another 5 deals? Or 2 dates?
Potentially.
Okay. 2 dates,
Possible, yeah.
well, anywhere from 5 to 20 deals. Can we say?
Potentially, yes.
How much would the deal worth to you guys?
10% commission, 100K average.
Looking at amazing commissions. Then you're looking at 500,000 to 1 million in added gross. Would you guys be against that?
Of course not.
And all you have to do is do the videos, and that's our side. Now, taking it one step further, this is the effect of not even the work that we do, but holding yourself to the standard. Obviously, the more work that you put in, the better the results will be, right? We're seeing with all our data points, right? Because we're tracking all the data with the level of inquiries that our clients had before versus with us after 6 weeks, increased by 400%. All of their listings were on the market for less days, right? We've had agents say that they've been able to increase what they thought would be the price or selling point of the listings. And with these videos going out, honestly, well above ×2 email click-through rate. Because anytime someone receives your emails, they're getting a gorgeous video, attracting more buyers, better for your sellers. Now, I'll ask you this, Alex. Would you, if you had an agent representing you, would you want them to be using videos or not?
Definitely. However,
Alongside, yeah, go
is
ahead.
this, if I can interrupt, is this data based on the clients that you worked with, or is this data just assumptions?
So the data above is the one that we've collected with all of our clients. The one below, there was a survey being done. I believe they interviewed 4,000 people, and that was the data. It wasn't my company, it was from a third party. Right? So alongside you, 85% of the market also want to work with agents who use video. The fact is, you guys using video and someone else isn't using video, it's going to make a big difference with who they work with. Homes are sold quicker, more sellers are attracted, meaning more money for you guys. And at the end of the day, what we all care about, higher PCI. Do you guys have any questions or any doubts or hesitations of what I've just gone over?
Nope.
Now, when it comes to working with us, it's nice and simple. The first thing that we're going to do is set a timeline, right? I need to know what you guys are working with, what you've got in stock, what you've got upcoming. Then we're going to set up the concept of the video, what style you guys and your sellers want to have them in. My team will go in, we'll do all the shooting, all the editing, color grading, making sure that you're happy with it. We provide it to you, distribute it across all sources, and then wait for the sellers to come in. Now, believe it or not, I want sellers to be attracted more than you want sellers to be attracted. Because the fact is, the more sellers that you have that are attracted because of these videos that we make, the more videos you're going to make with us. Am I wrong?
No.
So I'm as incentivized as you guys are to get this working to the highest level possible. Now, before I show you the pricing, is there any questions that you guys have? Or more specifically, on top of that, let me just do it as an add-on question. Do you guys have any questions? And if my service was $1 per video, would there be anything stopping you getting started?
Mm.
Well, if it was
Well, we
$1,
have-
obviously,
go.
yeah, sorry, Alex. If it was $1, obviously there isn't that much risk involved, so I'd personally say yes.
Okay, so in regards to the process, how we work, what I've shown you that we do, right? Based on that, if it was $1, you get started. Is that correct? You pay me the $1 today.
I'd say so, yeah.
We
And
would.
what about-
However, that's because $1 is basically free. Everybody likes free stuff. However, for example, when we talk about shooting the video, does that mean that I'll have to take extra stuff, extra time out of my day to go with you guys to the scenes and wait until you shoot videos? If that ends up costing me so much of my time that maybe it's not worth it anymore.
Believe it or not, in the most respectful way, we don't need you to hold our hands while we're shooting videos. You're more than happy to join. We've got lots of clients who love joining us and sharing their opinions. All we need is access from the sellers to get onto the property.
How long does a shoot usually take? Maybe I can't
Anywhere-
give access to
Anywhere between 2 to
a
6
site
hours.
for that one. Okay.
No. So the homeowners can be at home. That's not an issue for us.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. So if it was $1, you guys would say yes. Right? And I
Probably.
believe the word you used was, because then it's basically free. Right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to adjust what you said at fucking 100,000. I'm going to make it 10,000 for you. Okay? Right? As it stands, it's basically free. The fact is, we have two payment options. We can either do 3,000 upfront per site that we work on, right? So per listing, we don't have a monthly, it's based on the work that we do, or you guys can lower your entry. Overall, you pay a little bit more. It would be 1.5 upfront and 15% of the close. And on the basis that you are getting higher valuation and more clients from it, as you said, it's basically free. So what's stopping us getting started? Now, at this point, it's objection handling. That's a completely fucking different thing. We're doing that tomorrow. Yes?
Yeah.
So, any commentary, any issues with how I presented this presentation? JB.
I noticed two parts to the presentation. Obviously, you need to know your presentation in and out so that you can present it better. But I noticed that you adding a lot of questions in the presentation that I would guess forms a bit of pre-objection handling question and a bit of potentially positive reinforcement. So how do you decide which questions you're adding into the presentation? What's the deciding factor there? What questions are?
Okay. So, one, high level sales, you pre-handle objections well before. You have enough experience, you know what the likely objection is going to be, so you handle them as you go through it. So, someone who's a beginner will wait for objections at the end. Someone who's more higher level will ask questions to get objections as they go through. the person at the higher level will pre-handle every single, not every single, the most likely objections that will come across on like throughout the whole call.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
you guys have just seen me do it. So, who's next? By the way, Leo, Alex, you did a terrible fucking job of making it difficult for me.
Yeah.
You did good. Well, I didn't have any moments where I.
Yes, you meant to
What?
create moments. You meant to make me
Which-
stutter, stumble.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Was I
Who's
supposed
next?
to act retarded?
If it made my fucking job difficult, yes.
There.
Okay, guys, someone please. Oh, Marcus, thank you for fucking raising your hand.
I was about to. So, welcome to Lima Leads. We are a company who creates
No, dog shit. Where is your tonality? Where is the control of voice? You're just fucking speaking to speak. Again.
Okay, so at Luma Leads, we create cinematic quality videos to real estate agents.
No, that's not what the fuck you do. Yeah, that's literally the fucking service, but that's not what you do. Again.
At Luma Leads, we make real estate agents outshine the competitors by creating high quality videos and sell more.
Oh, stop shit. So, guys, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell you your name and who is after you. You need to remember who is before you. Because when I say next, you go next. So the order is Francesco, Alex, Marcus, Grand Buffet, Dio. You're gonna carry on with the last person fucked up. So please actively listen, because your turn will be sooner than what you expect. So Francesco, kick it off.
Thank you for joining. We are Lumates, and our jobs is to make your job easier by creating.
Okay, you used way the fuck too many times. Next.
So, now that we've asked everything we needed to know about your business, it's time we explain to you in detail what exactly it is we do. Here at Luma Leads, our job is to make you stand out in your field, and we'll show
Next.
you how.
No, next. I don't know what the fuck these gaps are. Make you stand out in your field and show you how. Yeah, next, Marcus.
At Luma Leads, we are helping
Next.
to.
So thank you for sharing that about yourselves and your business. Now that I've got a better understanding about your business, it's my time to speak, and I would like to present to you what we do at Luma Leads. So very basic, very simple. We help you stand out within your market. Next slide. So I'll give you a rundown of what we'll be covering in this presentation. Firstly, we'll show you what is the industry standard, how other people or yourself maybe even post on your different platforms. Followed by that, we will show you what we do, how we help you stand out within your market. And after having positioned you to better stand out in your market, we will show you the bidding war that comes from you to better looking in your market. After that, we'll show you the process of how we get you to that point where the bidding wars come to you and the sellers are looking for you rather than you looking for them. And then we'll have a final walkthrough. If you have any objections, anything you might not have been certain about, we can discuss it then.
I don't like how many times you've used after that, but that's not a reason to skip it. Please carry on.
All right. What you see here is the industry standard. That is what typically, if I may say yourself, I'm pretty sure you've done a couple of posts like this. This is what most agents like yourself post on their different platforms. Next.
The fuck? No, next one. Not fucking done here. Next.
So as you can see, these are some listings of your competitors. I'm sure you may have posted something like this before. I don't, yeah.
Next.
So this is the standard of the market.
Honestly, that sentence was good. That was quite a good sentence. Next.
So what you see here is some picture that I pulled off of Zillow. It's the average listing. Could you answer me this? Do these look like something you would post? And if not, tell me why not.
Well, it's something we would post. Obviously, different photos depending on the listing, but yeah.
So do you understand why the fact that this looks like, fuck, my bad.
Next.
So do you understand that these images, although they are very pretty
Next.
picture,
Very fucking pretty picture. Next.
So does this look familiar to you?
Yes.
So what about it looks familiar?
Oh, this is Zillow listing. That's why listening to Zillow. I'm doing this myself.
So this is what you and every other, I would say 95% of agents out there are posting. And similarly, this is what every other customer out there is seeing. So with that being said, how exactly do you think that your pictures stand out from different agents?
Right. It all depends on the listings.
True. But what if I said, would you think that adding a video might help you stand out better?
I've tried it, but it didn't come out so well. So I guess it depends on the video.
I beg to differ. And if I may show you our work, I'm sure you would understand why. Next.
You were so close, but you beg to differ. And I had said to you, it depends on the video. We hadn't done one so well. And then you said you beg to differ on us. Well, you didn't listen correctly. So, deal.
So these are some listings straight out of from Zillow that I picked. I'm curious, does this look familiar?
Obviously.
Sure. So I assume you have posted images like this on listings before, correct?
I'm going to go next because you asked me a question. I said yes. And you said sure, which is not an adequate response. It was a neutral response that you used without turning on your fucking brain. Have you done this before? Yes. Sure. But why the fuck did you use the word sure? Next.
This is some screenshot that I take from Zillow, and I want to ask you, have you seen?
You guys can't get past the page of a presentation. Alex.
So here you can see some screenshots I pulled from Zillow from some random listings. And I want you to answer me this. Do these listings look like your average listing?
Well, it depends on the property. My properties will work in a slightly different to this, but yeah, sure.
So can you repeat that? I didn't hear it.
The differences will be the listings themselves. But yeah, these are good photos. I like them.
So do you see the benefit of, for example, having a video or two about your listings when the average listing looks like this?
But I guess.
Right. That is what we believe as well. But not only that, we believe that those videos have to be really high quality videos. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Not happy with that. One thing that is missed that I was hoping that you would get is the fact that you need to make me understand that this is what everyone is. Yes, this is everyone in the market. I am not standing out. I am doing what everyone else is fucking doing. And you have to make me feel bad for doing so. Next.
so you understand that posting photos on Zillows like this, you are just being another real estate agent who does the same thing as everyone, right?
It's twofold. I would much rather say, would you agree that every single agent out there uses Zillow? Yeah, of course. Every single agent then competes on the level of photographer or photography. Some do it themselves, some get professionals. And would you agree that that makes a difference to the conversion if it was done on an iPhone versus a professional setup? Yeah. And then you can then lead forward past that. JB?
So to get started, do these listings look familiar to you in the way they set up?
Well, yeah, bit of a structure.
All right. And if I may ask, what looks familiar? What looks similar to yours?
It's a Zillow listing.
Yes.
Nothing
All
too
right. So there
special.
are Zillow listings. However, this is our 95%. I would go up to say 98% of people post all of their listings. So if these two listings were the same price next to each other, what would make yours different? Why would the seller should pick yours if you're just both posting pictures? They're both high quality.
Well,
I'm sure you agree on that.
At the end of the day, it's whichever house they prefer.
Fair enough. But what about if there was a high quality video that demonstrates the house in a unique way, a way that can't be captured by pictures?
I don't like that as the intro to the next section.
Okay.
Do you get my point?
Yeah. What would be a better?
Oh, you just want to highlight the fact that they are the same as everybody else. And once they accept the fact that they're like everybody else, right? And then also we haven't utilized the fact that when I'm a seller, the only thing I have to compare is the level of video, the quality level of the photos. When it comes to representation, obviously we've got the sales, the different transaction data, but when it comes to flat out images, that's what I'm comparing to. And they're comparing me to other agents based on photos.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you this. What if, as we know, 95% of the market are out there doing photos and you're doing this? Click. Then we've got the video. Make sense?
What if I was to use a similar, tie it into something else? So for example, if I were to say something along the lines, if you were shopping for an iPhone on two different websites, both have pictures, the one just has better pictures. Which site would you use? And then they would most likely answer the one with the better, and then you would say, from the seller's point of view, that is the same. And then try and transition to, now if you had a video, that would change the whole perspective of it. It wouldn't even be a competition.
No, but then I wouldn't say that. I would then say, now let's imagine you're up against low quality video photos, high quality photos, and this is what you're producing. Click.
Okay.
All right. Dio, round it off and we're going to go over to the next section.
So as you can see, I've pulled up two screenshots from listings from Zillow, right? If I may ask, what seems familiar in the pictures, specifically?
Well, they're just listings, nothing special.
But taking a look at the images, would you agree that 95% of all the listings have similar images?
Well, the house is the house.
Yeah, of course, but same type of images.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So
Yep, you fucked up. Next, we played the video. Francisco.
Yeah. So these are standards, and I want to ask you a question. Play the video. And
Yeah, the videos we played.
And I want to ask you, do you think we can get you more deals with this type of quality rather than the usual flat images that you see on Zillow?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not okay. Next.
You want me to redo this one or?
Yes.
So this video was one example of the countless video we filmed for our clients. Do you see how if you had a video like this on your page, it would differentiate from all the other listings out there?
Weak, right? What's much stronger is what you're selling, which is the psychology, right? How will you be seen when this is what's being produced from your side? At the end of the day, they're not going to know there's us who shot it. They're going to see that this is your work, right? Now, how are you going to compare to your competitors when they come up saying, look at the photos we take, and you come up and say, look at the videos we produce? Right? You're selling on my psychology. You're selling to my ego at this point, right?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go next, but then the way it's gonna work is I'm gonna play the video for a few seconds and then we go. So Marcus, 1 second.
So after watching this video, how do you think you're gonna be seen by your clients and your competitors?
But yeah, obviously better.
Okay, and what do you expect with this to get more clients, more deals?
Honestly, I wouldn't know. I haven't done this before.
Okay, so here's the thing. With a quality video, a cinematic video like this, I can assure you your inquiries will. No?
You're justifying your existence, right?
Yeah.
I'm not being useful on the questions, so change the question structure. Who would you rather work with? The person with low quality photos, high quality photos, or high production cinematic video? If you're selling your house, which one are you going to? Obviously that one. So do you believe you'll attract more business producing this? JB?
Now that you've seen the video, back to this comparison that I made earlier, you're the seller, you're on Zillow. A, you look at some low quality images, and then B, boom, you get some high production video. Which agent are you most likely to contact first?
Yeah, high quality.
Okay, so having said that, do you see how having a video like this on your website would A, make you stand out in comparison to the other agents within your industry and bring you more sellers?
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Will I then go to the next slide or when you
I feel no emotion. I feel no ramp up. You haven't painted the picture for who I shall be.
Would something like negative report style work here? Something like, so what's stopping you?
Yeah, you can utilize negative report here. Obviously, it's case by case, but you can, right? There's so many things that you can say. There is the best version of you out there, and there is the worst version. My question to you is, do you believe the best version of you is doing this with all of their sellers? They would say yes. So why haven't you done this before? Why did you never go down this route? When you know what it will do for you. Double
Also,
down
you
on
already
negative
do
report.
some objection handling this way already before objection handling.
With doing this, you're doing a lot. It's objection handling, it's negative report, it's getting them to double down. Yeah, I would be further, which you can then utilize against them afterwards.
So am I supposed to look for opportunities like this during all my presentation or like only some cases?
Throughout the whole fucking sales tool. Right?
Yeah.
How have you heard me say before, sales is a formula?
Yeah, and we are going to the goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcus. Is it Marcus in time?
It's
I
me.
have to do a call now. I have
Sorry.
to do a
Okay,
call.
go do call. Italians. Yeah.
Yep. So after, are
Yes.
you gonna play it or? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
but Yeah, go for it.
So after seeing this, imagine you're looking to buy a property and you're browsing on Zillow. So I have a question here. If you could choose between a listing with low quality photos, high quality images, or cinema grade footage like the one I just showed you, which real estate agent are you most likely to connect with?
I would say the last one.
Why?
Very good. That was very good. Yes. Because now I'm listing a bunch of fucking reasons why someone should use this. Very good. So we'll end on that. But nice when you put me off guard. You guys need to, JB, you're decent at it, but you have to get better. You guys have to pull a lot more when it comes to the presentation. Presentation should be a fucking walk in the park. Right? You can pull up all the stops, bring out all the skills, and get very good at it. So work on your presentations. We're gonna do this next week, and you guys better the fuck be much better. And tomorrow we're doing objection handling, which is a fun thing to do. Right? But now the focus on this is tonality, Socratic questioning, solution selling. Those would be the main ones on there. Right? There's a few other laws that you can be utilizing, such as vocabulary. That one you sprinkle in, but it doesn't really apply to what we're doing. But guys, please, we don't have time to look through your presentations. So please just, can you send either myself or AJ the presentations that you guys have so I can check them out? Yeah.
Question, tomorrow, objection handlings at which meeting? The same time as today or the one later?
Yes.
Okay.
Same time.
Amazing. Talk to you tomorrow.
So-
Bye, guys.